And when we do the representation, when you walk in, would you please rise? Okay, 你伸出呀，伸出。Okay, you ready, huh? Okay, thank you. And before we, I would like you to stay for 1 second, one more second, okay? Yeah, we are going to have a moment of silence to honor original Vang Pao and also Hnub Nyug, who was very important to the city of Fresno, and Chief Judge and Hnub Nyug and Joe Vang Pao. They highly respect you. Just want to honor that and pay the tribute. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, it's my honor to be the MC today. I'm going to try to do my very best today, but if I make any mistake, please forgive me. And now we would like to invite Major Yellow Man, President of SGU Veterans, and also Captain Txiaj Vang, President of Lao Veterans of America, come up stage, please. รู้สึกว่าเป็นพระเจ้าประธานหรือว่าเยอรมันเป็นเยอรมันกับจุดประธานใจใจกับการใจใจกันเดี๋ยวเราว่าเอาไปเราลงใจตอบได้เฉยตอบได้เฉยเปิดที่ใจตอบเลยครับ
nhớ trong thời đó nó vấn đề là đã hỏi ra thì thân là buồn anh nhà nó có mô thân buồn nó bỏ chúng là nhà tao nuôi dùng nó biết cho là chúng ta sau có tí là có đủ có tài môn này biết cho là bây giờ thằng có thằng hợp có tại này có hợp cho tí thân buồn chế này cho cái này ta hẳn này tầm luộc ta là sát cản ta sẵn này ba chồng nó mới bị sảy cái đi trà cho nó cho chứ nó fresh nó là cái gì dùng xiết nóต่อใจbây giờ là cái là cái thứ cho những gì của mình quay trở lại vấn đề là bây giờ có quay trở lại cho đến cái gì cái là tôi nó cái mùa này hay là cái này thì nó tôi nói cái loại cái là lụcต่อใจbây giờ cái gì trả cái là cứ cái là sát sát đi cả cái chuyện gì in gì như cái là bỏ tôi là những một cái guest speaker cái là cái chuyện gì giữ cho hệ tàiต่อcái chuyện trả cái là cứ để nói dùng xiết và phải để cho đời để chỉ lúc chùa để chỉ để tham gia nó có bông nó có ở nơi phố nó có nó để để cho đời nhiệt cho đời tí cho đời tủ va giờ chỉ một của nó để cho nó chỉ một số bỏ cho nó thế cho nó để cho nó chỉ một ta xuyên nhau là nhiều món này cũng là bỏ nung là cái một cái thầu cho.
Thank you. And he is highly respected by our community and also the regional Vang Pao. And thank you for being here. I know you have a very busy schedule, but you make the time here today. Thank you. And from the city of Fresno, Hawm is not able to be here today due to other commitment. However, our city council member Miguel Arias and
all right, now we do. Good morning. It is fitting and appropriate today, on what we believe was General Vang Pao's birthday, that we remember, reflect, honor him for all that he had achieved on behalf of our communities.
那种土生土长，所以一路民望土长，一路都到多些咯，被土长土著来混到保护。
I believe he would have been 90 years old today.
中罗要谈到对了解的我就着想，
For General Vang Pao, he would have been 90 years young.
你就着想说考不考？
Because he had the incredible energy and passion to want to make a difference.
你要对多那个末日，你说杀戮，你我咱去了你我打，
And he did make a difference.
你我打这两种就被还多呢，
In war and in peace.
去喊到主导，老是你查给他的，
He was a leader of the Hmong community, both in his home country and his adopted country.
你要对他叫只要做对的路不对不尝试，你是嘛做路对路尝差别的当中也有。
Like many of you, I feel fortunate to have called General Vang Pao my friend.
让我们从来从都不要一都去，顾早杀顾来碰到保顾的同学。
He taught me the history of the Hmong communities, the Hmong culture, and the Hmong history.
你顾看顾导演就还多内蒙就面对经济，面对给力给家。
And it was his leadership in the 1960s, during a very difficult time in our nation's history, that for his people, he decided to partner with the United States in the Vietnam War.
比较自己叫，好像路是一盘就不着讲的，就是对路才直接出杀，因为要一种叫做叫梦，你可能讲的就变得像那个。
I know all of your families share and reflect that history of the 1960s and the 1970s.
保đảm是很好，每从那说都，每切到那说了，每工作做都是很好一样的。
Your story, your family's story, is a part of General Vang Pao's story.
每切到那个被根据，你要以好根据住，我根据来可能保的。
While the war did not end the way that General Vang Pao and American leaders had hoped, it nonetheless established the Hmong communities as those that would stand for freedom and for liberty.
对呀，但头主到少，一直少了被路山上，让你故意跑去可以做好些都被要搞说了。
And while President Ford at the time had hoped that there would be a different ending, he recognized the solidarity and the loyalty that the Hmong community had demonstrated to the United States of America.
路上的 President Ford 的路上路上，包括中主张的少那个山上，就是在去少了那让你工作就比较忙， สุเจคือปังรู้ได้ใช้อเมริกาสุเจคือใจดีรู้ได้ใช้อเมริกา
An American diplomat that I got to know was in our embassy in Laos at the end as we were scrambling to leave and told me the story of General Vang Pao with the other leaders of the Hmong community meeting with American diplomats and how that outcome came about.
Mỗi tuần là chúng ta phải cúi tàu bao nếu cúi tàu bá chúng ta cứ lúc đấy chờ từ thu những cả tàu lúc đấy chờ nếu cúi tàu khá tới là được cú.
I believe it was General Vang Pao's leadership and the other Hmong community members that resulted in President Ford's executive order that allowed for all the Hmong communities that could come here would be established and given permanent residence.
Do vìท่านนายพลสุเกตคือจ่อ President Ford จะได้เอาเส้นน้ำแล้วเทปจงจะมองสุดแล้วเราโตเราได้ใช้ในการ
That diplomat gave me great details about the meetings that took place. And it was General Vang Pao's leadership then began the immigration to the new adopted country of the United States of America to support and reward you for your leadership and your loyalty and your support to American men and women in uniform during that war of Vietnam. And this was our only way we could determine to thank you and to do the right thing.
Dù là chứng cha này cũng đã khai được mình hai chữ chính là nhưng do vìท่านนายพลสุเกตจ่อต่างๆสารเคสตอนหัวตรงไม่หายในมงต้นยอดได้ใช้ในการเนาะไม่โตยอดที่เป็นสุเกตคือไม่โตยอดที่เป็นสุเกตคือไม่ปังไม่รู้ได้ใช้แต่คนเราอย่างที่เขาเป็นนี้คือได้ใช้ในการโอเจ้าหลวงปู่หลวงแม่โอเมเจ้า
The journey that you and your families and General Vang Pao began after 1975, in the late 70s and the 80s, to come to America was a hard journey.
自己佢咩道，特產水排成條豬，成條道到送呢排熱就嚟，自己佢咩道多，自己注意問題。
Your families know that far better than any of us. You came to this country like immigrants past and immigrants present, seeking a better life.
咩嘢就包自己嚟當撐嚟俾從嚟就佢包，咩道多到啲齊嚟當就當你就講啲齊，或者當你就切啲齊也單到，就當你就就切啲齊也冇啲，咩當茶，咁呢個佢讓咗到啲齊咯。
Proud families, proud Hmong families, united to come to a new place, a new land, not speaking the language, not knowing the culture, trying to figure out a way that you could establish yourself in your new country.
咩嘢就當你佢讓，咩รู้咩係你，มอง咩รู้咩จะต้น你，咩ฝืน咩จะต้น你，咩ตัวได้ใช่เนาะ ไม่ต้นชาเกยงไม่ต้นชาเกยหมาเม่จะไม่ใช่ต้นเนยจะไม่จับต้นเนยไม่หายในห้อง
And you have succeeded, like immigrants past and immigrants present.
นี่ปู่แต่ไม่โอเตาเลยลงในจับต้นเนยคือยาตันดูตัวจับผิดเฉยจะฉีดยาต่อเต้ไม่โอเตาลงเลย
And you should be proud of that success.
ไม่จะในตรงชาติไม่แต่ไม่โอเตาอย่างจง
In the first generation and the second generation of Hmong families here in California, in Minnesota, and throughout this country, you have been able to live the American dream.
chi hà tả có nên ý tả có nên thì mình được từ nhau lúc lá California nó là mình sẽ ta nó thông về tới chuyện cả mình ở tàu lúc này có cô chỉ nhau tới chuyện cả có cô nhau tới chuyện cả.
In every walk of life in the country, you have established yourselves in business, in professional, in education, in healthcare, in politics.
Mình ở tàu xuôi nhà từ trong nhớ xuôi chú học kiến nhau tới chuyện cả nó chỉ hà有ôn năng lộ dù lộ ôn là ôn chứ dù lộ ôn đại mộ ôn thăng mộ khu mó ôn đại khu khăn là nhưng ôn tao xuôi nhà tăng cái đó.
And we are so proud of all of you.
Ý tàu xa hiện cho mê sụt lời hạt ta mê ấy hãy có nên của tàu rong ấy.
General Vang Pao was so proud of all of you as you struggled to succeed.
Tại phần năng của ấy được tàu xa hiện cho mê sụt lời lúc xưa mê lùng thán nên rong của.
So as I said, he was a leader in war, but in the United States, he was a leader in peace.
Oleh Tuhan là như vậy được thay cho thầu một chủ một trò để khi mà nhau được thay mình cả nó như được thay cho mình thay cái bản mình thì thay cái.
He wanted his people to succeed in the United States and traveled throughout the country to try to ensure that they would have the ability to succeed.
Như vậy từ sau chút cái bản mình được biết hay mình mong chắc là người muốn gì lúc đây lúc sau nó nhưng muốn thay cái bản mình lúc bán được biết hay của mình mong sự.
As General Vang Pao and I talked and he continued to educate me, he said, Jim, besides helping our people succeed, we must do something else.
Nàyคนนี้tao sinh thản, tao than tao giảng được đủ, để tao hạ được của tận chương. Sau đó họ cứ đây là con này nhiều bản mình, cũng như thác văn chuyện gì ha.
I would like you to find some way to recognize those brave men and women that were a part of the SGU in the 60s and the 70s who fought shoulder to shoulder with American troops and who, yes, not only were injured, both with physical and other scars that they would carry with them the rest of their lives, but some, thousands and thousands, made the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives for the Hmong communities in Laos and Southeast Asia, along the Ho Chi Minh Trail, but also for America.
Mình ta được của ta, riêng sang con thái sự chỉ được ban để cho tu trò mong, cho cái con đường đi cả sĩ khổ tê, sĩ tô nhót trò tê thêm lò, trò sát từ Southeast Asia đó. Để cho nói cho cái tao một sĩ tô, bố chú xa, lúc đi thái lúc tê lúc chờ, bố trò mò, chỉ hạt trò là lúc chế sư, để sĩ trò lúc xa bố chú. Bố cụ xiển đau nhàng để sang của cô số lần của bố chú kế khứ.
It was when General Vang Pao asked me if we could do something to recognize those veterans of the SGU that we came up with the idea to offer you full American military burial rights in any national cemetery in our country, and that's when we introduced the legislation.
ในคนต่อหาเงินตัวกูจะเด็ดสารเตาต่อชีแต่เราได้อยู่เตาหมดท้อหนอนชีมิกาก็โกโลเคสุเกโลเดกับผู้ตุ้จอถอดตื่นตาผู้เตาตามชีนิ่งละเราก็โมเฟมงชูดูหูได้จ่อดูไปเดี๋ยวผู้ตุ้จอเตาตามชีนิ่งอย่างเก่าละเป็นสาวเตาจีจังเป็นน้องเตาอยู่เจ้าลงหมดท้อหนอนชีมิกา.
Sadly, General Vang Pao did not live long enough to see that legislation enacted into law.
ดูชาเกินเก่าอยู่ในพลังปอในผู้จีนย้อตู่
txiaj và txiv cho biết hệ môn.
But we continued that effort, not only because it was a goal of his, but a goal and the right thing to do for all of those of you who serve and members of your family who serve, of which there are maybe 6,000 left alive today in this country.
Thì khi mà con nói rằng mình chỉ nhớ là bên Việt Nam nu có trong một tàu, bên trong nó chỉ là tại bên trong vì là tại bên con nu để mua sư, thì khi mà bên trong còn tụi trai nó đủ chỉ cho mình có mong, giờ vì rằngคือmình chỉ cho mình là mình chỉ cho tao tại để họ cứ dùng lên nó.
Finally, after 8 long years plus, we were able to get bipartisan legislation with Senator Murkowski, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Congressman Paul Cook, and myself to President Trump's desk, in which he signed into law.
Thì tổng án từ bên mong tại tàu dị lúc sông, bên mong được sẽ hạ tàu dị lúc sông. Mua bên tôi nói chứ Senator Murkowski, mua bên tôi nói cô tàu được President Trump, sau đó tàu một tụi nó sẽ nói tụi rồi đi chơi.
But we have had simply more than a handful of Hmong veterans of the SGU able to take advantage of the new law. Some from Alaska, some from Minnesota. But we have a challenge with those that were recognized before 2000 and after 2000 by the Veterans Administration. We are working to fix that matter so that all 6,000 or so Hmong veterans who choose with their families to receive that honor can take advantage because it's the right thing to do.
All that action will make a photo job, monk and do bed, sing with them, make sure the job coming as soon. My pay your John Sujai no more of a cloud, or make dog coming or make more jai, Hata, make some shoe, do the photo job, but that make cheese and shoe or other maid, the Sujai of a promoter maid. If I could taxi sharp, the other maid, I make it to see that you saw your damage. That's it.
And we will fix it. I want to close with 2 thoughts. You've been a wonderful translator, by the way. Your mom is much better than mine.
I hope so.
My last 2 thoughts are, number 1, I am so proud of each and every one of you, not just here this morning to celebrate General Vang Pao's birthday, but for all the Hmong families throughout California, throughout Minnesota, in Alaska, and throughout the country, wherever you've chosen to settle, by the accomplishments and the success that you achieved.
Để rồi nó lúc biết tôi chụp chụp này con lúc đối tượng nó là để nghe tôi trong trường để dạng cũng cho sai được.
Your journey has been long and it has been hard, but as one American to many Americans here in this room today, I say thank you and congratulations.
Nhớ chữ kịch nhớ thì khi mà อุตสาหะพากันเมตตากูกิจตัวนี้มีการอุตสาหะพากันเมตจะสุดเลยกิจตัวนี้มีการย้อนไปจงหลงไม่ก็ตาเราชาติเมตเขาคือเมตต่อสุดเกลงให้เมตโอตาเราชาติเมตเขาคือเมตโอตาละก็ชอบ
So in closing, we remember today of the great leadership that General Vang Pao provided for all of us, both in war and in peace, and in the journey that his people made to adopt their new country.
第三，少数民族面的嗰個邊緣種，但係你幫你嘢要睇咗，頭冇見出幾咗，你嘢要睇咗，頭冇見睇啲幾萬咩？邊度有啲條路邊就邊處邊烏啲烏條，都有啲人差，然後邊緣種。
We say thank you, General Vang Pao. We say thank you to your family. We say thank you for the success that you achieved in realizing for your people the American dream.
เดี๋ยวจะรู้ท่านในคนนอนป้อเดี๋ยวจะรู้เนี่ยชุดเลยไม่ใช่ต้นในชุดเลยรถสุกี้ร้องคือไม่จีรถเป็นรถที่มีการรถสุกี้บางเมฆคือไม่จีรถเป็นรถที่มีการ
We wish you a happy birthday in heaven. We wish you wonderful peace.
ขอสั่งที่รู้แต่เราใช้ดูสุดก็รู้อยู่แต่ก็น่าชอบดูใช้บนโอเปแต่เป็นสั่งสุกี้เราใช้ดูทุกก็เป็นสั่งสุกี้คือไทยดีตัวทุกก็
And I hope all of you feel that I kept the promise to General Vang Pao in recognizing the journey and the contributions that the SGU made to the United States of America. God bless each and every one of you. Happy birthday, General Vang Pao. Happy holidays for all of us. The Hmong New Year I know is coming soon. God bless.
ดูเต้าจอดูโดยท่านไหนของเราปองคุยโอตาเลยดูเต้าจอตรงนี้ละก็คือเป้อยู่เทสุดใจตรงที่กระทะพูดตุจอมองดูจากพูดตุจอมิกาชิชาโอเคชิชูโอเคถ้าคือเป้สังหาตัวเมียแต่รู้ใจคือนอกจากเป็นเจ้าอยู่สุดละทอกชุดกันจีเกนอกไปนรงดูลูกชงช้าน้อยลูกชงน้องคลาวน้องทอกลูกชงทำมวยลูกชงช้าลูกชงเข้าใจจะต้องให้ดูสิ
Let me say one other thing. The Hmong community, and therefore our entire community, suffered a great tragedy in recent weeks with the horrific shootings that took place in Fresno.
ผู้สร้างหายรู้สิแต่เตาไปเอาลูกตาเนาะเอหายต้นหนึ่งมองกูเตาจองอีอย่างจิตเนี่ยกูจองลงเป็นจิตต้นหนึ่งมองนี่คือสุดเจ็บชีโตนะ
We are all still in mourning.
เอ็มอยจงในเราดูคือกูเจ็บอยู่จะคือตอนจองเป็นจิตนะ
I want to thank the Chief of Police and the Fresno Police Department, the Fresno City Council, and Supervisor Sal Quintero, my colleagues for trying to come together to support the Hmong community during this very, very difficult time.
ผู้สาวจองโดย Chief of Police โดยเจ้าหน้าที่โดยนอกสิริโดย Supervisor Sal Quintero ผู้ช่วยกลายผู้ตามลูกศิษย์ชาวเกลูกศิษย์หายน้องชายเกลูกปางด้วยกัน
The City Council has responded appropriately, and they continue, as does Sal and myself, working together with our police department to find the people who perpetrated this horrific crime.
then what you know the city to do sell to do the king to achieve. This was like you know she come there okay you talk about the money to on chat tickets to shop to be
When we have tragedy in America, we come together as a community.
Nhưng bên trên cả mà từ bên dưới kiến nó xa, bên trên bên phía sau kia.
The holiday season is a time that we come together always.
Tôi chạy từ rong lên nồi hay tôi chạy từ bên dưới bên phía sau kia, nhỏ kia.
So as we do with the long New Year's soon to be here, let us come together. Let us be strong. Let's support each other. Let's be there for one another, knowing that better times will come.
Lúc bên trong tôi được xuống lại, có được bên trong mông, có bên rồi xuống là phía sau kia, cái gì còn xa còn gì, cái nhỏ kia.
And I am honored and privileged, and I say thank you to have the opportunity to represent you in our nation's capital. God bless.
我早上我叫，我认识的，我认识叫去到我后头就被被路state 被 capital 那就被 Washington D.C. 因为叫里面到布我那边上街他们说的。
Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday.